Now you got two cases ni. The first case no, Obana your friend Selena, our ya brandy and a year no, or call court none a lawyer any Afenyo Markins. Listen. Secondly, time a bearman file a case against the Obani near bearmana or nona in Chronica or then a bearma to 2 minutes no. Sa a ye JJ no lawyer na or lawyer man a Afenyo Markins. Now let's take off Afenyo Markin. Weja. Now, sir, as some became, let's take our time and analyze it. May the audios bebo, may the pictures betro, may the facts in abemau. The reason why Afenyo Markins, me from day one, me catch a Ghana for said this guy is not supposed to go close to power. And if the NPP they make a mistake, now say Afenyo Markins should lead the NPP in parliament. From what I'll show you tonight, you will see say technically Afenyo Markins and Kameno Kase this and what the law firm and concern certificate and a license or sanki eji. Afenyo Markins will break every ruler a govern and law in Ghana. I'm talking about legal practice. He has broken it. Afenyo Markins, he should not be in parliament making laws for Ghanaians. Afenyo Markins is using national security to intimidate people. Afenyo Markins threatens people. And when you see a political party like the NPP and they are today rallying around Afenyo Markins, you ask yourself, is this the NPP that we were made to believe that it represents the people or it's for the people, or it's a political party that really want to help the people of Ghana? The NPP under this Bawumia regime has become a killing machine. They have become a party that does not respect the laws of the land. Omumbu Ghana. And somebody like Afenyo Markins, who is about to be the leader of the NPP in parliament, it shows, say NPP no, echo when him the Afenyo Markins is your leader. No reasonable Ghanaian will respect the NPP again. And this message is going to go for. This message is going to be any Santifo, any O24, say to. This is a man who is going to represent or lead the NPP. Monsha the Afenyo Markins eye. This story is going to start slowly. You need to follow me slowly. Baby, a story ni be piano. Any pictures, ni fact, I'm never sure. No. Ochano Pabu Musa say, why should anyone in Ghana today consider Afenyo Markins say Ombe the leader of the NPP in parliament? Why? Let's get going. Now, there was a gentleman. For some reason, in Kwara our story wemu. There are some tapes you're making sure say nipa be voices no. You're messing it up because you're person my identity ebe show. So story where I'm be catch in there with the facts no. In Kwara Nketiah wom. So some of the documents, your paper didn't be because we don't want to expose the kids. As you are watching, I'll be showing you things. And some of the things I need to protect the identity of the kids and some of the people in this whole thing I'm going to do. Now, there was a young man. Now, this young man, at a point, Obana on any hono. Obana said, for some reason, she's filing for divorce. Now, Obana filing for divorce. The young gentleman said, fine. We can all go our separate ways, which is okay everywhere in the world. It's a bear mano because on Obana one mano. On also filing for custody from Nkwarano. That is 2020. So the man was also like, okay, fine. Let me also file for custody because I'm doing well. I'm okay. It's not like I'm jobless. I've been able to build my life, work hard to get to this point. I should be able to take care of my kids. For a man to say I'm filing for custody, no onim or bana ebia ordinary jino the financial status, because nobody will want to have the burden of paying school fees taken as a single husband. But ebia or consider onimoba and maybe onimso obano any that financial capability to take care of the kids. Until hardly do you see men in Ghana saying, say, okay, hardly. Until when a young man comes out to say, In fact, me file it for custody of my kids. Send a beya, meso many bit more comment bano. If it doesn't work, it's not working out. It's fine. It happens everywhere in the world. Now, so the man applied for the custody of the kids. Case ni could do court. Judge otina case ni sono your friend no Hafisata Amele Boba Nidino no. And this whole thing happened in Winneba. And the judge nitina case ni sono. What the judge realized what they say. Otieti obia na fan obia story no so okay, they should do what we call shared custody. Enti ebetuma ba say nkora no omo betumi aba papa no na ombe spend some time no masa akoma ame no akọ spend the time. It's all over the world. It's done. Now remember, nkora ni kodi ma ame na fa no for a whole year na nkora ni go school. So the man felt to say no. He needs to fight more and make sure that nkora education is very important, no. Nkora no be go school. So he went back again, wanting the court to understand the say he needs the kids. Now when the court ruling came and the judge's name Hafisata Amele Boba, I'm stating names, Senebeya, people who know said the facts are there. Into judgment in the gentleman complied with it. Say yeah shared custody, even though he didn't really agree onyanko fully, but also the court in Brasso. So the gentleman said, okay, let me abide by the court because if even I want to contest it, I still have to abide by the judgment of the court for a whole year. So on the 3rd of March 2021, and remember 2021 abrantia no yeso kofa ne ba ewo oba no ho okofa nkora no ena ohun say ase nkora no they are not feeling well, so he decided to take nkora to hospital. Now omkodu hospital no reporter and I say omkodu was don't discover and say eya nkora no were suffering from what we call H. pylori. And they were suffering from peptic ulcer. They were also suffering from anemia. And they were suffering from gastrointestinal infection. Gastrointestinal infection. Inti enkurani yem inti na enkurani complaining from yem ya. They had a lot anemia. Just say yare bebre papa ko form na enkurani yare. So he had to take the kids to the hospital, meaning the kids were not getting the treatment they were expecting to get. And I say the care they were expecting to get. Man saw it because the kids were malnourished. You could see that they were not living well. So this man took these kids and they got also urinary tract infection. At that tender age, 3 years and 6 years. Urinary tract infection. That means the kids were even using the toilet and stuff they were using were not hygienic enough. At that age, they have such a problem. So this gentleman decided to take these kids to hospital. Now, I didn't call hospital, no. Hospital for one can say from Yarea Amoya testing it will be better for now, no. The kids will stay with the man, no. Said they can be going to the hospital quickly for the treatment because in Korana Yare too many things. And they cannot afford for the kids to be going to another region or another place because they needed the kids, quickly to be treating them, which is reasonable enough. Now, even though Dr. Sneka Asano, the gentleman's lawyer, said no. A woman said on Korana condition in yet, but court Ashemra. Court Ashemra na ubusu sisia. Ma many betman da wasa court to say shared custody and say na what you way you didn't breme and I menda way you didn't breme na ya fana breme court betme gina so agin korani nyina de mama ameno full custody ma and then korani kodi no inti bema no ana papa no den the lawyer catch and say better even though no enkorano and feel good who treat you no you need to make sure say ma amenen sa kan korano. The man followed. Now the man took these kids to the woman on the 20th of March 2021. because court in Bryan say weekends, you know, and Koran betuma kuma no, not weekdays, no, and Koran papa no. Inti 20th, no, papa na he needs to go pick them up on the 20th, on the 21st. Now, Osako fan Koran, nan Koran yare na saba. He realized say, en Koran sa yare biom. This 24 hours to, you know, yare na saba, because Dr. Sirika say, yare na Koran yare no, they need to be around. Send a baby to your maba, but because of the court to Sombrano, the man has to take the kids. So 24 to 48 hours na Akorano, and Korano could do ma no relapse, almost echo back to their old condition. Now yare na sa started. And what happened was that the man decided, say, Obesa, I'm making sure say Nkorano, Obesa Shomo. Now, Odin Korano buy na doctor say Shomo ni ade ade no. Oh, who send a younger kid pano, the little one now, Usana with it three no. Now the man started noticing a year unusual behavior be Akorano. A 3-year-old kid. And what he was noticing and say, Akorano say normally a dad, and we are all dads. Your bafia, your mano, mobile and chain. But every time about 3 years, then the kid wants to hold his penis. Akorano person son bemim. But initially, no who's Akorano, yes, I'm not doing so. You know, kids sometimes become curious. Ebia Boga Natalia and Akorano will say, oh, but it went on. And a papa who said, no, this is unusual. And then every time me bano, or who said, my the only thing he wants to touch is the man's penis. Or person saw any penis. So the man got worried. And he saw that this was getting too much. So he was like, no, my kids, they need some specialist to tell me about what this behavior, because it's not normal. So what the man did was that he decided to take the kid to a therapist. Now, I didn't call a therapist, you know. And a therapist, say, from the assessment now, or share Akorano Bibiano, somebody is actually molesting the kid or violating the kid. You can say molesting. Ebi obidin inside wa Akorana and I say, oh, ma Akorane ya dibia. Impenyin sembi nisa Akorane ye. So either say Akorano yes sadie no obi for sono. And I say, Akorano obi mane yes mano. So that is what the therapist told him. Inti. Remember, Satem asem we see, you know, the man decided to say, no, I need to question or ask my kids. More ma DNA. You know, it's a normal dad conversation and kids, because he also wanted to know what is really happening. Even though the therapist has told him, say, what is happening is unusual, because Akorano persistent, consistently, it's not usual. Akora would 3. So the man decided to talk to Nemano and Kra, very smart kids. So he started asking them questions, and listen to this. This is a conversation between the man and his kids.
Dr. Lu, I'm listening. You're saying something.
I was saying something.
No, Dr. Lu was saying something. Oral.
Yes. Daddy, what's these?
I think they're key holders. Sorry, you said the last 2 things that Uncle JJ did. I'm listening.
He put wee in my mouth, and I go and wash my mouth 22. And he puts his vagina on my mouth.
He put his what?
His penis in my mouth, and I go and wash my mouth again.
And where was Mommy when it happened?
Mommy said it one more time. Uncle Gigi didn't do it. And Daddy, Uncle Gigi is Mommy's brother. That's why she's believing.
I'm very sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry these things happened.
And he said that I'm stupid and he threw me on the floor. And then I scratched myself so badly it was a bit deep.
I'm sorry.
And the last thing is that he kept on pushing me on the wall, hitting me on the wall like that. My stomach was hurting and I felt so sick.
Okay. I'm really sorry he did all these things to you. It will never happen again.
Okay. Daddy. He also put a rubber in my mouth and a dirty rubber that was from the dustbin, and he let me eat something that was from the dustbin. And then he put a paper on the floor. I almost slipped and broke my knee.
Okay. I'm really sorry about this.
Yeah, but Daddy, we do deserve a punishment for it today.
No, don't worry. We'll take care of it.
But I know.
So, kids, in Quranic catch and da. You call your mommy why? Your mommy, you heard the kids said Uncle JJ. Now the ex-wife now, or pre-divorce, were called to say, Obeso Jamano, or near Bama, your friend JJ. And Sir JJ didn't your uncle now, Mokase. Uncle JJ puts his penis in our mouth. And that sometimes he puts us down our vagina. You know, in Quranic can the air when they go to visit their mom. So they were telling their dad, because some papa was shocked. Like Membano, like especially the younger one with it, you know, and onunana or kosadinu. And the case that is what happens. Uncle JJ puts his penis in my mouth. Sometimes he spits it out and all that. It's hard. It's tough for a parent to listen to this. So, what the man starts to think about and say, he decided to take action. So, the man then decided to say, obey a report. So he went ahead and reported the matter to the police. Now, when the man reported the matter to the police, the ex-wife now called this up a divorce, now filed a case against the man and say the man wants to disgrace her brother. Now, the police have received the audios. The police have gone to the locations the kids talked about, whatever they wanted to get, Omonsaka. Now, the man went ahead to report the case to the police. Now, this JJ guy was arrested. In fact, let me show you the picture of the JJ guy. This is the guy called JJ. This is the guy. So when the man reported the case, he got arrested. Police watching, because the police got all the evidence from the man, and then Korano almost statement bibia any other things that come in pictures in this guy who is the man's ex-wife's brother now on ma meneteno on na or how all young Korano sano. The police arrested him. Now, this is what happened. When the police arrested this guy, they basically Dove's also ABA investigations into the matter. And when Dovesu opened investigations into the matter, what happened was that they issue an arrest warrant and this guy was arrested. Now, here do you see it? Let me show you this document. I'm trying to get you documents enhargene. When you go back, these are some of the medical officers report. Ne papano echo report to my police. Police report, medical report. You can see it there. The dates are there. Everything is there. After this show, you publish everything. So these are all documents that shows the man went through the process to get all the necessary evidence to make sure so I'll call back to court. At least he has enough evidence to show to the court to say, "Sa ruling na mo pese oba na me shared custody." At this point, from what I am showing you, you have to give me full custody. These are some of the documents. The police, a whole check on the kids. Now you can see a document that shows the therapist and what they suggested. Say Nisa and Korano come back to where they were again, and that they need to stay with their dad because what they are seeing isn't right. These are all documents. 23rd of March 2021. Time I'll call one or the Korano call a pediatrician, therapist, advice on what to do, because they said that it would be good for the kids not to go back to where they came from, because the person they are talking about lives with their mother. So these are all some of the documents Abrantiano from the hospital, from the police, Otumi Egadaya. he made sure say these are important documents. Now, you need to understand. Now, you got two cases ni. The first case, Obana, your friend Selena, ya Branty and a no. Or call court, none a lawyer, any Afenyo Markins. Listen. Secondly, time a bearman file a case against the Obani Nia Bearmana, or nona in Chronica or then a bearman to 2 minutes. No, sa a ye JJ no, lawyer, na or lawyer man, Afenyo Markins. So look at this. Lawyer all the divorce case, between the man and the woman, Afenyo Markins. And a lawyer also this case between the man and his ex-wife's brother who molested his kids, is the same Afenyo Markins, and this is not right. You cannot be the same person sitting in the divorce case and the same person defending that your client's brother who has committed a crime. So at that point, Afenyo Markins, is it a personal case? When everyone who said Afenyo Markins was sleeping with Selena. So Afenyo Markins was basically in that case as his personal case. In law, it is not right. No one should do that. A divorce case is before you. Now that person who came to you and you are his lawyer, that person's immediate relative who lives with her has committed a crime, and you are the same person defending her and defending her brother against one person Nankasa you are in court with. So you are looking at two different documents and attacking one person. It is not right in law. Unless the lawyer Afenyo Markins or special interest. Yes, Selena no. And let me tell you for a fact today, Selena no today she has gotten job at DVLA Elko for Udia Afenyo Markins no. This is her appointment letter before we move forward. This is the appointment letter of Selena no. The Afenyo Markins Emeya fan ejuma ewo hefa ewo DVLA Elko for Udia. She will start work. This is her appointment letter. I don't want anyone to stand anywhere or see a customer should be. Selena na oye man ex-wife no Afenyo Markins na ko page no offer of appointment as an administrator officer. Selena Okumpa Botei, that's her name. She's supposed to start work on May 4th, she got a job May 4th, 2022. This is her appointment letter. And it was Afenyo Markins who got her the job. So there's a direct relationship between that lady and Afenyo Markins. That lady is dating Afenyo Markins. So Afenyo Markins, after even knowing, say, science some way, so remember, say, lady ekofa Afenyo Markins, ekacha Afenyo Markins, and say, ombe defending in your bearman in the criminal case, and then it means, say, Afenyo Markins is aware of the molestation, is aware of the violation. Onim say, sa kwane de nensa won kwara to sa criminal case done so. Afenyo Markins know all these things, but he still says, say, I will defend you and defend your brother. Afenyo Markins says he's a family man. Yet the story say case is here betu enim. Obaba ko pe divorce. Ema nkora no boa ware dim no. Yakoto to amadu mehu say, "Unua be ma one ne te no, or ne nkora ne da or the nsa wo nkora no." Also still you want to defend unua be ma no. One person. Because you are dating a woman, because you went to get the woman a job. Enti nkora ne de omukom no Afenyo Markin does not care. He's a lawyer, remember. Asabno, they dangerous in Yamba. Menya botre when you be pon show no. Me person who say NPP for the Afenyo Markins be your leader no. Afenyo Markins does not pass that test. In any country, Afenyo Markins should not have a license to operate as a lawyer. I'm telling you, his law firm should be shut down. Obi say, hey, when we get there, you understand why I say Afenyo Markins law firm. It must be shut down. So now back to the matter. You just say, Abrante it might gather enough evidence to prove, say, he does not have to share the kids with the lady. He needs full custody because me mama man and son ko enye den en kotena oba ne nchen ema ni nua be ma jeje no enye den en fan kwara ne nye saade de biem. Until the man went back to court and said, say, he wanted to basically, in layman's term, he wanted to relook at the judgment because it is looking more like the criminal case, is proving that the kids are not supposed to go back there, because right now the first case now shared custody, no problem. But at the end of the day, the kid is going to go back to where the criminal case now starting. So I cannot allow that to happen. So the man went back to court, and went back to court. The court said no, and the judge, who actually honestly your bar. Onim Afenyo Markins. The judge said, oh, no. From the evidence of police diaba, recordings are made, all the things showing say somebody is molesting your kid in your ex-wife's house, the judge who sat on the case said no, still take the kids to the woman. Even some amenity koforudia cry, make sure say in Korano koforudia. But the JJ guy lives with the woman. And the judge who made that decision, your friend, this the hard part of the job. I'll get her name for you. I think she's called Elfrida Emidenchi. Elfrida Emidenchi. She said no. And that what? And that the kids should go back into the den for the guy to do that to them again. Jaja Owoba. Jaja Oyoba. Na ya beka cho say enkwara no nipa na oni omote no ni nua be ma yom say judge ni say she does not care. Police the evidence be about say no. The man should still share custody with the woman. Now, let's go to the most dangerous part of it. I'm not going to bore you with the technicalities because me person be lose focus on Afenyo Markins Adiebi or Ghana. And Afenyo Markins has the right to release a statement tomorrow or tonight to say whatever I am showing on this TV, whatever I am showing is a lie. He can sue. Very, very important. If he wants to sue, say I am tarnishing his image. Say Afenyo Markins refused to speak on this. Not MPP for any leader. Afenyo Markins will end up in jail. Because no matter what, Afenyo Markins needs to lose his license, and I'll prove to you why he's not even supposed to be allowed in Ghana courts. All right. Now, after all this, something came up. So the gentleman technically said, okay, now enkorano a gentleman or enkorano be the gentleman or and a gentleman mama started school. The man is at work. Owe jumemwana oti say eye Afenyo Markins ne lawyer oye juma or Afenyo Markins law firm, because normally my in-laws are lawyers. They have law firms. They have lawyers who work beneath them. No lawyer can go out of her way or his way to go take a case unless the law firm owner law no firm ni dia or na che say wakwesi case way we case way into any lawyer from Afenyo Markins law firm who is following a case, that person is following the instructions of Afenyo Markins. Every single step a lawyer be able to take from Afenyo Markins law firm, that step will be able to take biano a Afenyo Markins direct instructions. Now, Bryan was school or hustle. One day, or say, Afenyo Markins, a lady who is a lawyer from Afenyo Markins law firm, your friend Deborah. This lady, her name is Deborah. Deborah, not the Imrantie be from some national security. And what did she do? Deborah na Sam Brantie we no odi omo ba den odi omo ba enkwara ni school ho say omo besesa enkwara na akọ. Abra, there is a pending court case. Abra court mra wo say nobody can do that. Abra Afenyo Markins no. Into Afenyo Markins na I catch Deborah we and Afenyo Markins adding cophobia can Deborah wants me a national security. Listen. So this Deborah girl went to the school and chronicle. Sa school no Professor Akosa or a board chair or more school crow. I don't want to mention the name of the school. Professor Akosa is pissed about this whole thing. These people entered the school. and then they forcefully started harassing kids looking for the man's 2 daughters. And people's kids that were there, no, almost in the name of national security, no, Deborah Way, any Sanko Fona Afenyo Markin, you from national security, no, they started harassing in Koromo school, say, almost you 2 kids, no, almost the almost called by force. So the police were called, and the gentleman was called from work. Say, Umbras is here. There are some people here who are trying to kidnap his kids. In the name say, or say, or yeah, Juma wa Afenyo Markin's office. Your friend Deborah, she has been given instructions by Afenyo Markins to come and take the kids by force. Remember, there's still a court case. Now, what happened was that the gentleman got there. Luckily, he was close. The police came and they restrained this man. Police said no, they were not going to allow this to happen. What happened was that the man plus this woman, they were arrested and taken to the East Legon police station. The so-called national security for the Abusa almost say, why in a small from national security who gave the command? They could not say the person. And the Abusa say, is it Dampare? The police commander at the East Legon police commander, your friend, Madam Vera, you people can go and check. She has this on record. So Madam Vera, no, when they brought a girl away and the so-called national security for no to the police station, no, she basically called down Paris, say, these boys are here, that they work with national security, and that they are with the police too, and that you actually instructed them to come with the lawyer. Dan Paris said he knows nothing about it, and that they should be arrested. So, these guys were arrested. The boys, Afenyo Markins, who is the deputy, he was the deputy majority leader in parliament, using his law firm. This is what he was doing, oh. He's using boys from national security to go and they torment kids who are going through psychological trauma after Afenyo Markin's girlfriend, who is the kid's mom. Afenyo Markin's girlfriend told Afenyo Markins to make sure that he goes against the law and take the kids. Afenyo Markin, in his own power, took these boys and this Deborah girl and they went to the school. So when they get to the police station, this is what transpired. Listen to this Deborah lady and listen to the commander at East Legon, Madam Vera. This is what happened. This Deborah lady admitted at the police station that Afenyo Markins sent them to the school against court law, bringing these thugs in the name of national security to come and kidnap the 2 kids. Abra case, court. Afenyo Markins is the deputy majority leader. Today, he wants to lead the NPP. Listen to what transpired in the police station.
Just sit in the school for them to come.
You made the complaint to national security.
That is so.
But national security
people give complaint to them.
Do national security straight away go to somebody's jurisdiction and effect arrest like
no,
that? Or do something like that? No, if I want to ask.
So who directed you to go there? Who directed us?
This is a simple question you have to answer.
Who instructed you? From lawyer, a case was lodged. When a case is lodged, so the case was lodged to you, and then you decided to move forward. So yes, so who instructed you to go to the school?
Who instructed us?
Yes, you went there.
That's what I want. That's the question I'm asking. And who is that director?
I can't mention his name.
Okay, so now.
You
are going to detain you.
No.
You're going to detain him.
They are officers as well.
You're going to detain him.
Please.
You see that?
There is somebody. No.
If I'm not answering what, because he asked me.
I asked him. And who is that director? Then when I detain you, that's the director.
I am telling you in Madam Vera's office. No, Madam Vera. That's one of my feet.
You can't go below 40.
No, sir.
That's all.
I'm very sorry. I'm fighting some cold here, so sometimes you see me sneezing and all that. I'm trying to make this work. So, so you heard it for yourself at the court. This is what transpired at the police station in East Legon. So these people, they were asking them that who actually sent them to go to the police station. So and almost said they are not going to say it. And this was the Deborah girl. Police station who was trying to say they don't want to say who actually sent them to go to the kids' school to do what they did. So now these people were arrested. Sorry. I'm out for the to me, Drew, but any. I'll be back after this short break.
Acheampong, me tetafo na me buy me baton fish. Asafo market. Ya me be one wo hwe me. Da bia no pa me so dia oyem tema me. Awia ne ama me eto afufu anwuma so ne asebo me. Efiri se dum so ba me ba no fish adaka duasa ne akoto agu kwa. Eti na me ba no wonya sika ma me na me de didi. Efira no pa me ba me ni di yo. Eno anis bodo se hwan. Ana me du han ma to bi die. Me ba nya sika ma me wo bo so ante. Se de adwuma no nya dum so yi. Abro wa de me na ye nyina firi dum so. Me ti asi me de me sum ho. Ne mu ya ansa me da fom birim. Mama adai.
So let's do this. So Deborah and the two so-called national security guys were taken to the East Legon police station. So Madam Vera and the commander, you can go there and verify. These two people today, I'm asking, where are they? Omo arrest you more. East Legon police station, where are they? Afenyo Markins made sure, because of the powers now of parliament, and those criminals, they were taken out. We are asking the police. In fact, they did a great job. Dan Paré at that point told them to arrest them. So if they were arrested, if they were prosecuted, we want to know, because this is kidnapping. And then they said they work with national security. So we need to know. National security pay bang and a school kidnapping conforma. And this is the lady who is a lawyer who works at Afenyo Markins law firm. She was instructed by Afenyo Markins to do that. Now after that, something happened. Afenyo Markins, knowing that what he did was wrong, in law, say, yeko court, na say, afan court. You, the opposing lawyer, you don't have to call me to ask me for my lawyer's number. You don't do that. In law, say, law or ethics, and Afenyo Markins, and I'm Ghana also a great lawyer or a big lawyer or a DND. Now, after Afenyo Markins, yes, I do, we know. Afenyo Markins, we all know, or what, sir, a brandy and a lawyer number dada. But because Onims were committed crime, no, Afenyo Markins wanted to use another strategy on phone for people to think, say, oh, basically, it didn't mean any harm. So after this issue happened, Afenyo Markins now pick a phone, call this boy, and indirectly threatening the boy. I'm talking about the gentleman Nimbano Hono. So what Afenyo Markins say and say, on one side for a phone, to indirectly, and let me tell you, when it comes to threat and bullying, somebody can call you and say, you know, you are my brother. I love you. But you know, sometimes you have to be careful about the things you do. He's threatening you. He's basically being tactical about it. But when you listen to him well, he's telling you that you don't have that power that I have. And don't think, say, so people from Akwatia say, hey, Michiwa, ma bunkwana threat. No. Afenyo Markins, he knew this guy's lawyer's number. He has been in court with this guy's lawyer. He has been in court several times with this guy's lawyer. But Afenyo Markins, after this incident happened, he, as a professional lawyer, Onim said that is illegal and not right. No, he picked the phone, called this gentleman, and he in a strategy what he tried to do is say, in the form of an advice, he was threatening the gentleman, and he was making him know, say, I am powerful than you. Even though I'm not telling you in plain language, I am making you understand that I can make this thing turn the way I want. Now listen to Afenyo Markin, who is not supposed to pick a phone and call the gentleman to advise or to solicit what, never. Because you are in court with this guy. You have this guy's lawyer's number because you have exchanged documents. You have exchanged information. So why would you pick a phone? It was because after Afenyo Markin smart national security for Acheampong with his lawyer, Deborah, no, he knew he had committed a crime. But then he wanted a way to indirectly intimidate the gentleman on phone by making him look like, say, Afenyo Fremi, he spoke to me. But behind the scenes, if you are very smart and you've done communication, Afenyo Markin was doing what? He was threatening him. This is the deputy majority leader. He's a lawyer. Now listen to Afenyo Markin.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, how are you?
By Jehovah's grace, I'm doing very well, thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
This is Afenyo Markin.
Okay. Yes, I missed your call this morning.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I called you, huh? How old are you?
Sorry?
How old are you?
Sorry, I don't understand your question.
I said, how old are you? What's your age?
Sorry, sir, I want to understand why.
Okay, I'm your ex-wife's lawyer regarding the custody of your kids.
Okay.
And I sent my junior lawyer, Deborah.
Okay.
You remember the drama in the school on Friday?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that ended at the police station, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did Afenyo Markin say? He said he sent Deborah to the kids' school on phone. And I want you to maybe say he knew what he had done. And he was indirectly calling this guy to threaten him. And first of all, the oye and the say, I sent Deborah with those guys to come and kidnap your kid. So he's admitting that he has committed a crime. A lawyer, a lawmaker, a so-called lawyer in Ghana who says, "Onu de omumraso." This is intimidation. This is a straightforward intimidation. It does not matter the conversation they will have, the advice. He is intimidating the gentleman that I sent Deborah and those guys to your kid's school. But he's not going to be screaming. He's basically using this tactics to tell you, say, if you don't do what I am trying to let us negotiate here, it's not going to be nice for you. This is the guy. Now let's go back and listen to the whole conversation. But I wanted you to know, say, we didn't admit to say, on a smart Deborah way, anything, and this thanks now from national security to the kids' school. Let's move forward.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, how are you?
By Jehovah's grace, I'm doing very well, thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
This is Afenyo Markin.
Okay. Yes, I missed your call this morning.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I called you, huh? How old are you?
Sorry?
How old are you?
Sorry, I don't understand your question.
I said, how old are you? What's your age?
Sorry, sir, I want to understand why.
Okay, I'm your ex-wife's lawyer regarding the custody of your kids.
Okay.
And I sent my junior lawyer, Deborah.
Okay.
You remember the drama in the school on Friday?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that ended at the police station, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm saying, how old are you? There's something I want to tell you. That's what I'm asking you. I'm talking to you as a gentleman, as a brother. What's your age now?
I find it difficult to answer this question.
No problem. If you won't answer, let me tell you something. I'm a family man myself, okay?
Sorry, come again.
I'm saying I'm a family man myself.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking to you as a brother.
Okay.
I don't want to pull the law. Okay? It will be waste of energy. But I want us to find a way of resolving matters, okay?
Okay.
You have put a woman to bed. Me, I believe in metaphysics. And human Nketiah, initially, and that's why I ask you of your age. We may be carried away by our ego and our pride. What I've seen in life, I don't like to confront issues. I think that there's always a somber way of resolving matters. Because at the end of the day, the effect on our lives, we don't see where it is coming from. If there are mistakes we made in life, maybe we think we have some little money, we can pay our way out, we can frustrate people, hurt people, but in the end, it ends up destroying us. So I'm talking to you as a brother, not as a lawyer to your ex-wife. So I'm done with talking to you as a brother. Now I'm talking to you as a lawyer.
Sorry. Oh, you go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. Did you follow? I said that my first statement to you was talking to you as a brother and a family man. Now I'm going to talk to you as a lawyer. Okay? So talking to you as a lawyer, try as much as possible. Maybe I could get your lawyer's number so that we respect the court order with the issue of she having access, you having access, so that both of you, you've lived together before, you've had husband and wife relationship. These are the time for both of you to torture each other and then make sure that the kids get the best out of it. Okay? So it's vacation. Whether there's extra classes or not, extra classes is not regular school. She must have access to the kids, and you would have access to them on weekends. That is what the order says. If you agree with me, I think that you can place a call to your wife and ask her to come for the kids. There's no need for police or national security or lawyers to be involved, because the order is clear, so that you can have a peaceful relationship even after your divorce. This is what I think I want to suggest to you, young man.
I've heard you. I've listened.
This is clear intimidation. This is clear intimidation. You are in court with a guy. You know his lawyer. You talk to the lawyer. After you go and try to kidnap his kids, who have a friend or phone so how old he is. Abra court document. You are basically clear cut intimidating the guy. So Jimmy at the mayor. This is what Afenyo Markin was doing. And this is the guy in court saying so a best lawyer. And what hurts is this guy stands in parliament as a lawmaker. This Afenyo Markin, same way, obin a year because he 20 years. And this is a guy working in Ghana today. NPP say this is the guy they want him to lead the NPP as the majority leader. Inti the whole NPP, Afenyo Markin, and on the majority leader, a guy who uses national security to intimidate civilians, goes against court orders, calls people and threaten them. These three things, Afenyo Markin is supposed to be in jail. But does it end there? No. Afenyo Markin is quite the worst thing in our life. In his life, do you know? And I keep saying, the judiciary, the so-called General Legal Council is our biggest problem. Okay. Lawyer FIFA, at the saying Lawyer FIFA, General Legal Council say or see Chief Justice Eniniabua akwaje $5 million or reportee the client catch and say Chief Justice agenda $5 million no omuchi lawyer FIFA ko General Legal Council Chief Justice on one kasa na Eniniabua oteso and na omubua FIFA for say identity FIFA akoka Chief Justice asem and FIFA said no. My client told me and I was reporting it. Why do you hold me hostage here? And this issue did not end there. After a year, Afenyo Markin threatened this gentleman. Now, so this gentleman decided to move forward and do what? Report this case to the General Legal Council. Yeah. So this gentleman decided to say, from what is happening, it's getting too much. Afenyo Markin is a lawyer, and that the General Legal Counsel is in charge of disciplinary things when it comes to lawyers, ethics, when they break the law. So the gentleman decided to report Afenyo Markins to the General Legal Counsel. Afenyo Markins and what? And the Deborah lady. So this is what happened. The General Legal Counsel actually sent the gentleman a notice. Good morning, sir. This is to remind you of your meeting with the disciplinary committee of the General Legal Counsel, scheduled for Thursday, 18th January 2024, 1 p.m. Venue, General Legal Counsel Secretariat. Thank you. So this is the official invitation after a petition General Legal Counsel about what Afenyo Markins is doing, using security to intimidate him, kidnap his kids, calling him to intimidate him, using his law firm and all that. So the General Legal Counsel called this guy to come. And the General Legal Counsel called Afenyo Markins and the Deborah to the disciplinary committee. Okay. Now this is what happened. When Afenyo Markins went to the General Legal Counsel, so to the General Legal Counsel, the two national security operatives, Deborah and Afenyo Markins, they all went to the General Legal Counsel. Afenyo sent Deborah along with two national security operatives. Omoko school hono. Omoko SRDB no. General Legal Counsel omoko hono. Sorry, ne Afenyo Markins and Deborah, because Deborah was sent by Afenyo Markins, and Afenyo Markins admitted in the telephone conversation, say, "Oh no, and a smart Deborah and his attacks no to come and kidnap his kids." Now, when they went to General Legal Counsel, all that the gentleman did was to report Afenyo Markins' conduct to the General Legal Counsel. And the report was that Afenyo Markins, one, is protecting a pedophile. The guy is a pedophile. The police have done their investigations. The case is in court. There are evidence. That's why the police have opened investigations. In fact, Dovsu, they have made sure, say, that guy now, your friend, JJ, no, that guy, no, he was arrested and the case is in court. So how can Afenyo Markins, at the end of the day, he being the counsel to this JJ and also being the counsel to Selena, now send his lawyer and thugs to my kids' school to go and kidnap them? So the gentleman wanted answers. And in any country, Afenyo Markins was supposed to lose his license. Afenyo Markins' law firm, they were supposed to lose their license. Deborah too was supposed to lose their license. They were supposed to be barred from the practice. It's a fact. There is no two ways about it. In fact, the General Legal Counsel, the people who sat on the case was Bafuboni. Lovelace. What kind of Lovelace? Lovelace, on Enin Yabua, ex-wife. Sam Okujato. Sa papa uneni kronfobina and the ba echo repeat made, you know. You remember? Of course, Kukwanya Bible religion studies society and you know. Sam Okujato, that greedy old man. Okay, Council of Elders, he was on that board, on that committee, and lawyer Zwenes. Lawyer Zwenes too was part of the committee, of disciplinary committee of Mutina case with so. Bafu Bonnie, Lovelace, Okujato, Sam Okujato, and Zwenes. These were the people who were sitting on the case. Now the General Legal Counsel, first hearing the whole thing, no, what they did, the first appearance, no, they were livid, they were angry, they were like, what Afenyo Markin did was unethical, and that, Mr. S. Ojidom. Okay, that's the guy who took a FIFA. He was a FIFA's client. Now, in Tobuko, the General Legal Counsel, in their first hearing, Afenyo Markins say, in law in Ghana or in the practice, it is unethical to be handling the divorce case and the same time handling the criminal case of your first client who is related to the criminal. For now. So the General Legal Committee, the disciplinary committee said, this is unethical. How can you be handling the divorce case? And the person you're handling his divorce case, his brother who has committed a crime, which is connected to the divorce case, you are the same lawyer handling that case. It is unethical. You're not even supposed to do that. In the first place, you have broken every single law in legal practice in Ghana. So what happened there was that the General Legal Council stated that Afenyo Markins wasn't ethical. He was deeply, and he was taking the case personal. He was involved in the case as the guy's rival than the guy's opponent's lawyer. Afenyo Markins' role wasn't even a legal role. He wasn't a lawyer anymore. He has basically become the guy's their enemy because he has become his rival. I had to say, what take a case to say, ex-wife, mina menene da intimate nyansa. So the General Legal Council was like, this is what you are doing. Why should you be doing this whilst you know that emranitia, you know you have to lose your license for doing this? In fact, Afenyo Markins knelt down with Deborah and he was begging that they should not revoke his license. They should not bar him from the bar. They should not bar him from practicing law. And these judges I have mentioned, they were all sitting there. He admitted that he has gone against the ethics. He has actually basically tormented people. He has threatened somebody. Abra court also. Afenyo Markins admitted to all the crimes. And then the antics he pulled there. He knelt down, he was crying, and he was telling them it is not his fault. Then it is the devil. And that the issue is the law is the law. The law is the law. So when you look at it critically, Afenyo Markins was supposed to be disbarred. They were supposed to take his license. His law firm was supposed to be shut down because Afenyo Markins went to the extent of even using national security to intimidate citizens. You can't do that as a deputy majority leader. You can't do that as somebody who makes laws. You can't even think about that in the first place. Calling somebody and threatening them on phone whilst that person is in court with you. All these crimes in any serious country, Afenyo Markins shouldn't be practicing law and Afenyo Markins shouldn't be even leading a class 1 class. So if I'm Afenyo Markins today, is going to be the leader, the majority leader of the NPP. Are you kidding me? How low has our parliament sunk? How low has the parliament of Ghana, the NPP, how low has this sunk? Now look at this. After all this, the legal counsel told Afenyo Markins to drop the JJ case. So Afenyo Markins was instructed by the legal counsel not to no more be the lawyer for the criminal case and that he can still be the lawyer for the guy's ex-wife. If Afenyo Markins had not committed a crime, why would he drop JJ's case as the lawyer for JJ and also a lawyer for the guy's ex-wife? So Afenyo Markins from the General Legal Council showed clearly that he admitted that he had committed so many crimes. In any country, Afenyo Markins shouldn't be calling himself a lawyer as we speak. Now, do you know what happened? What did the General Legal Council do? At the end of the day, if the law is perfect and we are making sure, say, the law sees everybody the same, irrespective of your position in Ghana, does it work like that? The General Legal Council are listed for you. These are judges. These are lawyers. These are people we revere to uphold the laws. Because for a deputy majority leader to high tags, to go and kidnap somebody in their school, and also go ahead to call the person to threaten him, and then also make sure that at the end of the day, being a lawyer for two cases, which he is personally involved, it shows that Afenyo Markins is not supposed to be standing in any court. And it's a Ojina court to be our Ghana. And you know, this is what he does at Winneba and Asiedu. That is Afenyo Markins' tactics. Oko Winneba, no akwesi police station. Oko police station, udi bonia, ni nipa oha, amuse wafre, you. And it's last time I say, no politician is supposed to build a police station in Ghana. And when you go to Winneba, Afenyo Markin, the tax, no, Omudi Bonia, he just picks a phone and say, "Mu release, no, I built the police station." So Afenyo Markins has built a criminal cartel. On an run Ghana, and the coup he has done to Oseche Mensabosu was starting in no. Afenyo Markins was started Saturday about 3 years ago. He knew he was going to kick Oseche Mensabosu off, but he was being tactical about it. Afenyo Markins, MPP war opposition, no. Afenyo Markins, none the client in Game Boys. So he was defending fraud boys in court. Afenyo Markins, go and read all the cases Afenyo Markins won before they came to power. It was all about protecting and defending fraud boys in court. Go and read his record. And anything that he feels to say, nobody can do him anything. As a lawyer and a lawmaker, he can take thugs, brand them as national security, go and kidnap people, and call. So all the things that catch on, also Afenyo Markins, you're banned. No. And he said, Otumia lawyer across Ghana. Even parliament, he was not supposed to be a parliamentarian. They were supposed to withdraw him. Being even the deputy majority leader, say NPP a party what credibility nim nyansa Afenyo Markins and cause some withdraw no. Now they see him, I'm sure they see it. Upon all the things that happen at the General Legal Council, upon all that happened at the General Legal Council, and do you know what happened? The General Legal Council, their decision was that Afenyo Markins lawyer na Afenyo Markins sma no man ko kidnapping ko forma abra no munyina emnimumra no. General Legal Council catch Afenyo Markins lawyer and say ontro apology letter and come abrantie na no. Listen to this. Sam Okujato Ablakwa, Zwenes. We are talking about Lovelace, ex-wife of the Chief Justice, Bafu Bonnie. They sat down and said, "Oh, the Deborah girl should just write." The Deborah girl should just write. The Deborah girl should just write an apology. Should just write an apology to the gentleman, and that is it. After that, that's it. The case is done. So, the Deborah girl, all that she had to do, the Deborah girl, all that she had to do was to just write an apology letter, send to the gentleman, and say that, yes, that is it. The General Legal Council tells Afenyo Markins to just go. The General Legal Council basically tells Afenyo Markins that, Afenyo Markins, that's it, you can go. So when you see the letter that the Deborah lady wrote, this is the letter. And what did she write? This is what the girl wrote. "Dear sir, letter of apology. Sam Okujato, that is the man I'm talking about. Letter of apology. I am writing to formally apologize for the incident that occurred at your ward school on June 24th, 2022. Following a distress call made to me by my client. I understand that my presence caused some concern, and I deeply regret any inconvenience or discomfort this may have caused. I am committed to ensuring that such incidents do not occur in the future. Once again, I extend my sincere apology for any disruption caused. Thank you for your time and consideration. Yours faithfully, Deborah Asabre Amiyao Esquire. Deborah Asabre Amiyao Esquire, barrister, solicitor, Superior Court of Ghana. So, Afenyo Markin, lawyer, walks free by just writing this apology letter and say, that's it. And Afenyo Markin today, as we speak, Ghana is saying, NPP is saying, we should all stop what we are doing and make Afenyo Markins the majority leader in parliament. How? And we expect Afenyo Markin to respond to this. Afenyo Markin, in the next 24 hours, you need to respond to this. Did you do this? He did it. And he can sue. His silence will prove to us that NPP na ewohono enye party also nyansani biya di echire. In fact, nobody should recognize because Afenyo Markins knows say eye obi a violating kwara, a molesting kwara. He's a family man. He has kids. Yeah, the obi abegina court say ordinance wo obi ba. What's the audio? You have the evidence, but you still go ahead to go and frustrate and then intimidate the little kids in your school. How do you do that? How do you do that as a husband, as a dad, as a family man, whilst you know that the case is in court? You've heard the video, you heard the audios, you have seen the evidence, you are the lawyer to that criminal, that guy. How do you inti enkorana semonyo mobokra? Inti the abrantie jeje no edi ye eye den eye abrantie ne mammenu no inti en how? Then you go ahead, bring sacks to go to the kids. Almost school. And this guy today, tomorrow, will be wearing glasses and you'll be telling Ghanaians that I want to make laws for you. Why should Afenyo Markins make law for Ghanaians? Why should we even allow Afenyo Markins to stand in parliament? The Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, you need to ask Afenyo Markins about this. That did this really happen? Apart from the legal issues, you are a member of parliament. You make laws. So apart from everything, you have basically shown that if when people bring laws to this country, you basically will make sure the law does not work. And I expect Alban Bagbin to tell Afenyo Markins to leave his house, to leave his parliament. He cannot represent the good people of Ghana because when you go back and you follow proceedings, Afenyo Markins basically has committed a crime that he needs to be jailed. His laws, certification and license should be taken away from him. So how can Afenyo Markins, how so between Ghana for Atna Parliament to say, oh yeah, mra, am I any Ghana for? Why should the NPP, this political party, represent Afenyo Markins, who is a criminal to me, who uses national security to intimidate citizens, who basically threatens citizens, who is a lawmaker? How can the MPP go bring Afenyo Markins on the lead the MPP? Now the whole MPP in Ghana for a sorry penny for we are all quiet and watching this. So Afenyo Markins or Chinobabejina Parliament, I can say Mr. Speaker, this law, this calculation, this code, this standing orders. Why should the young people of Ghana today search for Afenyo Markins to lead the NPP in Parliament? In court, we don't care, but why in Parliament? Why should this guy who has broken every single law come to Parliament to make law for us? Why is even the NPP giving us Afenyo Markins? Why is the NPP saying this guy is supposed to be the guy who leads government business in Parliament? In the end, Afenyo Markins, I will boom rassle. Afenyo Markins, we're intimidating Kofo. Afenyo Markins, I also see a general license in free no. Or China, the whole Ghana, but some Afenyo Markins have been also in the majority leader. It's more MPP for you, Kofo. More Muslim Council of Elders. You, his colleagues, into more ma and Uncle Bidden in Sawo War more MPP for more Parliament. Eden in Sawo War mo. A year or more yakayaka they say. Na obidi or the other side, no or your side. Are you people going to be happy? Into moya papanom, moya mamenom, especially the women on the side of the NPP. Moya mana, more MPP side. Are you women? More badaye. Are you insane? When you say Ghana ni yeteno. Are you people going to sit in Parliament and say, yeah, we want Afenyo Markins? Then you people are supposed to be shot in the head. Because any say high on the General Legal Council, Afenyo Markins went there to accept to say, with the bonnie, I've played a recording of him threatening somebody he's in court with. Into China, you the NPP parliamentarians, and I am telling the minority, at forcing, you people are not supposed to sit in Parliament and debate with such a person. Afenyo Markins is a disgrace to Ghana Parliament, and he's not supposed to come near Parliament House. If Afenyo Markins or China or Afenyo Markin or China or Bejina Parliament say on an ebe debate Ashemra, we will pee on Parliament. You will spit on Parliament. And I know Alban Bagbin, you have been in Parliament for long. Those kids could be your grandchildren. San Korana, you violate your money and sawo munya ya reani ade no. San Korana betuma ya uma. And you, the woman in Parliament, in the ND on the NDC side, these kids can be your kids. Afenyo Markin is a criminal. And it hurts me that the General Legal Counsel tell Afenyo Markin and that lady to walk. No repercussions. Nothing. She should just write on a piece of paper and say, I am sorry. Abra, omebu every emra, a binding our legal profession in Ghana. Why should anybody go to Afenyo Markin's law firm? If Afenyo Markins can take thugs to kids who are going through psychological trauma, kids who are trying to recover from this, then Afenyo Markins is not human. Afenyo Markins should not make law for anybody in Ghana. I am pissed and it hurts. So tomorrow we wake up in Ghana tomorrow, Afenyo Markins will be standing in Parliament making laws for us. Afenyo Markins will be introduced by the NPP. Said this is the guy we all have to listen to as NPP for. How? The NPP as a party, this is what you can give us? Is this what you can give us? Into channel payanso na kwa winshe suit in Parliament. No one can say he's an honorable man. We should listen to him. Obeshem Ramaye na eni ebu mbrano so ebeko jail. Na Afenyo Markin in Parliament in front of Alban Bagbin, and you Alban Bagbin will sit there and say, yes, you are the leader of the majority. Is this the country we are building? Guys, let's get serious here. If Parliament allows Afenyo Markins to lead MPP, the youth of Ghana, and I'm going to make sure, Alban Bagbin, you will never have peace on this earth. And I will make sure every day I will remind you, because this will follow you to your grave. Those little kids who are not getting justice today, you know, on Monday, Afenyo Markin, the man contested that he still needs his kid. Afenyo Markin was in court on Monday, and you know what happened? Afenyo Markin in court, the appeals court, when Afenyo Markins got there, Jamefe was saying, hey, your honorable, hey, should we say yeah or yeah? I'm telling you, appeals court judges. Just this Monday, Afenyo Markins went to court to win the case for the woman. And the most disgusting thing is, when Afenyo Markins entered the courtroom, Judge Jamefe was sitting there and say, hey, your honorable, should we say yeah or yeah? He is a lawyer, and the judges are licking his butt. And the funny thing is, Afenyo Markins went there and they ruled in his favor. And you sit here and you're asking yourself, so the law, does it only see the poor? Does it only see the vulnerable? Does it see the people who don't have power? What kind of country are we building? The Ghana Bar Association, the General Legal Counsel, is everybody going to be quiet? Are you all going to look at this and let it pass? So what is crime under this government? What do you call a crime under NPP government? Under Afenyo Markins NPP parliamentarians? Into NPP for more parliament. A man and woman nipa. Asla usumo into monwoda. Into Obima. This guy has done the worst in Ghana when it comes to law, a lawyer. This is disgusting. This is pitiful. For us to wake up tomorrow morning and say Afenyo Markins is leading NPP, and we know the crime he has committed. The General Legal Counsel, they have documents, facts, audios, and they say Afenyo Markin and Deborah should walk. Afenyo Markins law firm is still fine. Afenyo Markins certification is still fine. And we are sitting in this country, we want to build a country. How can we build this nation? They all had the call, and that's what my source is telling me. Okujato, and then Sam Okujato, and then the Lovelace later, they all had the call from Jubilee House that they should drop the case against Afenyo Markins. That is what one of the panel members telling me. Like they received a call from the Jubilee House that they should drop the case against Afenyo Markins because they have a plan for him. How? Akufo-Addo called Enin Yabua's ex-wife. He called Sabokujato, who is Akufo-Addo's dog, we already know. And the other, and they told them, they said they should drop all charges. This is not a charge that we drop. Is it not shocking? Enyawanwa say, Boni we nyina Afenyo Markin said, nothing happened. No action was taken. And Afenyo Markin just walked out because Akufo-Addo said, don't touch him. What kind of career are you building here? If Afenyo Markin is saying I am lying, Ochina, he needs to put a press conference together and deny everything I'm saying. Why? Why have we allowed some fools to take over this country? Are we going to allow Afenyo Markin to lead the NPP in parliament to make laws for us whilst he has broken the law and needs to face punishment? Why? Why should we allow this to happen? Into a search men's about parliament, into party in parliament, into see an embrano, a juma and embrani juma. Are we going to see this guy tomorrow sitting in parliament and say he's the majority leader for the NPP, and you, the people in the NPP, you are all going to sit there and act as if nothing has happened? How? And then one day we be trouble too. I'm telling you people. One day somebody will be the trouble parliament because what you people are doing, you are frustrating the street. What you people are doing, you are frustrating the street. You are frustrating the streets. You are frustrating the young men. You are frustrating the streets. They will turn at you people. Alban Bagman, they will turn at you people. If they don't get you people, they know your kids. They know the churches your wives and your family go. They know you. They live with you people. Afenyo Markin cannot lead. It will be the biggest shame. It will be the biggest shame to see Afenyo Markin stand in parliament tomorrow to say, I am the leader of majority in parliament. It will be the biggest shame. I'll be so hurt because how can Ghana get to this level? And we are not going to talk about this tomorrow. We are going to make this slide. We are going to pretend as if nothing has happened. Afenyo Markin is a criminal. For crying out loud, that guy is not supposed to be in parliament. That guy is not supposed to be practicing law. Jesus Christ. It's crazy. Jack.
The NPP cannot be underestimated. You know it, I know it. They've been in existence for a long time and have been changing their names up till this day. The nature of who they are. Listen. Munjir. The nature of who they are, what they are, where they've come from, is something they are happy with, and they will be there for a long time. Let's not mimic their behavior. Let us reach into the principles and the values that emerged out of the circumstances that gave birth to us. And if we can hold onto those principles and those values, we will move way into the future and no one can ever defeat us.
Guys, this is not a joke, I'm telling you.